guys, it's Nicole, and today we're going to make a card from start to finish using a bunch of products that I got from Whimsidoodle, and this will actually be a 3-card series, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to tell you which products you can get at Whimsidoodle. There are just a couple things that I'm using that I did not get at Whimsidoodle, but that doesn't mean you can't find a comparable one there. We're starting with a regular A2 size card made out of craft cardstock, and it opens horizontally like this. And let me just show you what products we're going to be using today. From my design team package, and this has been well loved and cut into, you see some of my scraps here. This is the Maggie Holmes Crepe Paper Flea Market collection, so we're going to use some papers out of here. Then we're also going to use the Maggie Holmes Flea Market die pieces. These are the die cut embellishments, and I've pulled a few out of here to use. Also from the flea market collection, we're going to use some of the chipboard pieces from this 12 by 12 chipboard piece. I could put this one back. I didn't end up using that, but might get used on a future card. And then lastly, from Whimsidoodle, I used from the Glitz Wild and Free collection. I'm going to be using this alphabet right here. So let's get started. The very first thing that I did was I cut down one of the designer papers about 1/8 of an inch around the corners to just go right on top, just like this. Nail rollers and some other liquid adhesives as well. So we're going to put that right on the center of the card. And then I took this piece of designer paper right here from the collection, and I matted it with a white border around the edge, just using some cheap cardstock that I had. I like to add a lot of layers of paper because I think that it makes the card very sturdy for mailing. So let's add that. And this one was cut down about, I would say, I just eyeballed it. I didn't give it any exact measurement, but I would say maybe 1/4 of an inch around. Then from the die cut piece, this used to be a circle, and it was some sort of like measuring device, but I wanted it to hang off the edge of the card, so I just measured and cut it. And all of the pieces that I'm showing you, I used my Jenny Bolin brown sugar ink and a dauber to just ink the edges to give it a little bit more of a vintage look, but you can use whatever brown ink you had on hand. That's just what was on my desk. And this is going to go right here. But before I do that, from this piece of designer paper, I really like this piece of paper. It has different colors here, almost like if you got a paint swatch. It says like turquoise gem, Tuscan teal. I cut a piece off the edge from right here, and I'm going to use this, and what I thought would be fun is to put it on one, like, yeah, I like it better like that. And then this piece is going to kind of go just like this, but I want it to cut off probably right there, and I'll make a fishtail banner on that end. And before I decide where I want this, I want to take this die cut from the collection of the Earth, and I want it to pop it up right here. Oh, wait a minute, I never hit record. And then from the chipboard collection, I've chosen this little gold heart, and I want to add that right on top right there. And I'm going to adhere that using a little bit of glue. Oops. That's going to go just like that. You know what? I actually think, yeah. And then the sentiment for this is going to be a world of thanks. So I wanted to say a world of here, and then thanks will go in the inside. So we're going to use our alpha stickers to do that. Okay, now we're going to do the inside of the card. So the first thing we're going to do is take this piece of designer paper and we're going to adhere it right in the inside here. Then we're going to just take a plain piece of cardstock and put it in the center here so that we have room to write a note to the recipient. And then I have two pieces of designer paper here. One's going to go like this, and I'm going to just mark with a pencil where to cut it. And then the same with this one, except for this one will go right there. And then the thanks, and I'm sure you can get other sets of stamps at Whimsidoodle. This is a very old, close to my heart set that has all kinds of thank you sentiments. I'm going to use the one that just says thanks, and I'm going to ink it with my Jenny Bolin ink. Hold on one second. You know what? I think I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use this soft brown from Shadow Arts, or Hero Art Shadow Ink, and you can get this at Whimsidoodle. And then using my Martha Stewart punch, I'm going to take some of this